What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the 22nd episode of Undercover Weeb's Anime Podcast. Today
Let's
we
go.
got a power up. Wait, maybe you should explain this, Noah, because you got a better grasp on what's going on here.
So this was my idea for today's episodes. We are doing a bracket style tournament here, and it's about best power up / transformations in anime. And we also have a guest with us today, our acclaimed guest who has been on here many times, Isaac.
The Norman. Yeah, I'm here.
You know, when we gotta have that third person to break the tiebreakers. Here comes Isaac. So
that is my sole purpose.
Yeah, actually, power-ups are probably the hypest moments of most animes, I'd say.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that.
So, for our first matchup of the bracket, we have Goku going Super Saiyan versus Mob from Mob Psycho 100.
Getting to 100%.
Going 100% or, any of his percentage transformations. 100 or above.
My personal choice on this one is easily Mob.
See, I am also going to go with Mob, even though I really like Goku's Super Saiyan transformation. But the reason I'm going with Mob is because Goku's is not my favorite in Dragon Ball Z. I have another one on here that I believe is better. So,
I'm going to go with Goku.
Dragon Ball Z is buns.
But the transformations are
it is
sick.
buns, but it's a
the
good
transformations are pretty badass.
I mean, the transformations are literally what makes people watch the show.
And I don't even think Goku wins by that much. I'm tempting to take Mob, but for the people who really grew up with Dragon Ball Z even more so than I did, I'm sure the Goku Super Saiyan transformation is cemented into their brains at this point.
Easy.
All right. Now, say Dragon Ball got a new adaptation, and it shortened it up a little bit, made it more hype. Might take the cake. But
the thing about Mob is that to hit his 100%, they have to literally break him, and that hits.
But wouldn't you say that Goku probably set the stage for all of the future transformations in anime and how they work? So many people rip off, not rip off, but obviously make reference to how his Super Saiyan transformation went.
Whenever
I think he
whenever someone has a power up, it's basically known as them going Super Saiyan.
Yeah, exactly. When you see
it's
Deku
the most
going
iconic.
When he did in the recent season of My Hero, when he did his transformation and was able to use 100%, he literally just looked like he was going Super Saiyan.
Yeah, it makes a big it did make a big impact on on a lot of shows.
The next round we have Demon Slayer sibling power up. So I'm just gonna explain why I named it this, because I could have done Tanjiro's just his fire fire breathing style that he learned in that tiny little flashback with his dad before he died. But I thought it was just as impactful when Nezuko was upside down bleeding, and then Tanjiro's mom told her you need to save Tanjiro. So I included them both because I thought the whole scene as a whole was beautiful, and that they both should be included in this power up because it kind of happened all within 2 minutes of the show. And that is going against Oma Tokito's release from Kengan Ashura. This is an easy.
You're really gonna double team Oma?
I'm sorry, but this is an easy one.
You're gonna double team Oma?
The most hype part in all of Demon Slayer was that transformation. So
yeah,
that's the episode that everybody remembers.
I mean,
true.
That episode was literally that beautiful, especially that those 2.5 minutes, bro, were some of the most hype and impactful 2.5 minutes in all of anime. You got so much shit.
Yeah, that was sick.
I literally loved the part when what's his name, Rui. That Rui's encasing Tanjiro in his webs, and Tanjiro's I'm gonna die, and then his dad is Tanjiro, calm down, breathe, and then he uses the fire shit. That was so hype.
Yeah, that was dope.
That scene gives me the chills
every time.
So I'm assuming you guys both choose Demon Slayer sibling powers then.
Yeah, that's kind of my vote.
Just so it's not a 3-0 vote. I will put my vote on Oma because I do think his power is sick.
His power is sick.
When he makes his heart rate increase, so he just becomes like superhuman.
Literally just has an OP heart.
Well, actually, his OP heart is not that OP because they foreshadow that he's like basically dying from it.
Yeah, you know, when you just increase your heart rate and blood pressure to extreme amounts of levels, it's definitely not good.
No, definitely not.
Whole slew of issues. So, Demon Slayer takes the cake.
Demon Slayer definitely deserved to win that one, but I got a special place for Oma in my heart.
Dude,
so
Oma's a beauty, and Kengan Ashura's a sick show. Very sick manga. Got nothing wrong with that. In the third round, or third battle thing here, we got Ogun from Fire Force, the guy who has like the forging abilities and can also like make himself super strong, which is actually an absolutely dope power up. Against Escanor, the One, which I think is this at the end of season 3?
Yeah, it's when Meliodas and Escanor fight.
Yep. Oh, I've seen that actually. Okay, so I can.
It's the really bad scene in the new season.
I read the manga panels.
Yeah, so we're gonna pretend that the Escanor, the One, is from the manga, is what we're talking about.
So Escanor takes it, not even close.
Yeah,
that was badass.
that is one of the best transformation, like hypest scenes when he uses his divine sword, or like he uses his hand as a sword and just basically cuts Meliodas in half.
Yeah, I'll put in with that one too. I saw the fight on YouTube, and like you said, it was terrible animation, so it wasn't really much to watch. But like I thought it was still pretty sick, and like even though they botched the scenes and everything, you could tell he's still the most badass character.
Yeah, I actually read this fight on a YouTube video, like that just showed the panels before season 3 was even out, because I thought it was a fan fight, and then I kind of spoiled it for myself a little bit. But in the manga, it seemed really well done, because yeah, you actually get the feeling that Escanor is getting his ass kicked, and then he just does his little Escanor thing,
and in the anime, it's just Escanor slapping his divine axe Rita down on Meliodas for a little while, and then it's so bad. It's so bad in the anime.
It is oh my god, I can't get over how bad it is. I thought it was a fan-made video.
It's the most iconic moment in the entirety of Seven Deadly Sins, and they screwed it.
They blew it. I do like Ogun though. He's one of my favorite like side characters from Fire Force thus far. He's pretty sick. And his power is dope.
He's badass.
As cool as his power is, though, you gotta say he really couldn't do squat against that.
Bro,
against that
that's
guy.
How, like, so many of those fights work in that show, I've noticed. Like, you can just get beat to piss, and it does not
Their power scaling is not the greatest, I don't think.
There's a lot of the fights don't carry any weight, because, like, the characters aren't getting, like, mortally wounded in their fights. It's kind of just, like, you get punched in the face with a nuclear bomb from the one, like, Guardian dude, and then you get back up, and you're like, damn, that hurt.
Yeah.
That's like, that's in a lot of shonen anime, especially.
Definitely.
You'll fly through a set of 12 walls or something, and you'll just stand up. Nothing happened.
I guess their reasoning is, like, depending on your generation, you're supposed to have, like, a certain resistance to fire. So I guess it does kind of make sense, but I wish they would do better to, like, beat the crap out of the characters a little more.
They got to do a bit of power scaling.
I do think the power. I mean, I'm not a big power scaling guy, but it's pretty broken in that show because Ogun. It just looks like he's so strong. They even say at one point he can go up against Burns, and then he can't do shit to the demon, and then Adola Burst Shinra just comes in and one shots it.
Yeah, the time traveling fucking Shinra.
And I feel like Burns would have been able to clap that thing, no problem.
Yeah, that thing was so weird because, like, in that fight, it literally, like, couldn't do anything. It was getting absolutely destroyed by Ogun, even though, like, he couldn't kill it. Like, it was never gonna do anything. But then Shinra has to kill shot it for some reason, just so he can power up.
Right.
They gotta give it a little bit of emotional impact. Otherwise, what's the point on the episode, right?
This last season of Fire Force was so mid, bro. So
Yeah.
It's been pretty mid
still
so
the first
like
one
far.
was okay.
I'm
First one was
losing
better.
touch with it, but like I can still watch it. It ain't bad.
Mm-hmm.
It
Next
only comes out like
round.
once every 3 weeks on Funimation, so I'm pretty behind.
So the next round, we have Marowim's Flash, which is a very underrated power-up in my opinion. AK said it shouldn't be a power-up. I think it definitely should be.
No.
Against the 8 gates of Might Guy, Naruto.
I'm still a bit confused on
biased.
what part you consider the power-up for Marowim.
Okay, the power-up, it's when he comes back. I'm trying to think like exactly chronologically when it happens. But Yuppie and the other guy are small, and Marowim's like, I'm at full power or whatever, and then it like the narrator starts talking, and he releases a flash that engulfs the whole entire place in Nen, and he can sense every living being around. And before Yuppie or the other guy can even like know what's going on, he knocks out Knuckles and Leo, whatever the
Leo, yeah.
lizard guy is, and he brings them back. And they're like, what just happened? Like, they didn't even, he was so fast, they didn't even have time to move. And then he went to Welfine and was like sympathizing with him and was just scaring the shit out of him. And Welfine lost all of his hair. I thought that was such a good scene.
I completely forgot about that part.
Yeah, that was so dope.
I know that part. I thought it was really cool, and it was just like, wow, Marowim is really better than everyone. Like, no one's even close.
But the thing is it a power up, or was he always that strong and just didn't do it?
Well, right before he does it, he's like, I'm at my full power, like I'm feeling my best right now, and he like yells and then does it, and then yeah.
You're right. It is. I consider power up. I was wrong. I'll admit it.
So that's that, and then 8 Gates Might Guy.
I'm gonna go with 8.
I'm also gonna go with 8 Gates, even though I like Marowim's a lot. That scene was so sick.
Yeah.
I don't.
I love Might Guy. I love
the red is like his blood evaporating. Makes no sense, but
still.
So sick though.
I have not watched all of Naruto. This is a Naruto Shippuden though, right?
This is when he proceeds to go on and works Madara harder than anybody ever does.
I was gonna ask if that's when I thought that's when he was fighting Madara, but I wasn't 100% sure.
Yep.
So yeah, I hate the Shinobi War arc because it's a lot of cool fights thrown at you with zero plot. But I loved this part, and Might Guy is my favorite Naruto character, so gotta throw him in there. And it was actually very well done. It was pretty. It was a cool fight because they have been leading up to Might Guy using
they've
his
been hyping it up
ever
since. Yeah, ever since you saw like them opening the first couple, it was like, all right, I wonder what the last one looks like.
Right. So that's why I put it there, and it looks like that one's gonna advance.
I will say I was today years old when I found out that it's Might Guy and not Mike.
Might.
Shit, dude, I've been wrong this whole time. My vote doesn't matter, but I'll give it to Might Guy, I guess.
Kind of an odd name, but yeah. Next round, we have Eren using his coordinate ability, controlling the Titans, versus every Bankai release. So AK is gonna have to talk to the Bankai releases on this one.
So we should probably put it as just I'm gonna change it to Ichigo's first Bankai release, which was in the Soul Society arc, the end of the Soul Society arc. It's okay. It's hype for the time, but it's really not. It's actually a super underwhelming Bankai.
Is that his like thick blade that's kind of curved?
No, that's his Shikai. His Bankai is when he just gets super fast, but then his blade is smaller, and it's the most underwhelming original. I think he gets another Bankai later in the series because he's like part everything and he can just do whatever the hell he wants because he's Ichigo.
Yeah.
But I will say his first Bankai transformation was quite disappointing for me, at least.
Perfect. So Eren's coordinate gets it.
Yeah,
it gets my vote.
Having said that about Ichigo's Bankai, the scene in the anime, personally, I did watch the dub for this, And the scene where he has like his coordinate and what happens before when he's talking to Mikasa? The lines in the English dub were so bad.
He's like, I'll always wrap your scarf.
Yeah, that's what he said, and I just cringed. I was like,
yeah,
no,
I don't know. It
no.
wasn't good. It was kind of botched, and like I kind of geeked at it too.
That was not good line
but
choices.
I didn't watch
there.
it in the dub my first time, so I'll give
Yeah, it wasn't that cringy in the sub, but
it was very cringy in the dub.
I liked that because I literally was so pissed off when he like stopped the Titan punch. I was like, for like 10 seconds, I was like, this is such bullshit.
Well,
like I was so pissed off. And then all of a sudden they gave some backstory. I'm like, okay, that was badass. I did not see that coming at all.
Like, I had to like figure it out too for a second because like all of a sudden he stops it and I'm like, what just happened? Like, and it gives you a little cliffhanger for like 5 seconds, and then they like show all of them fucking go run after Reiner and Berthold, and it's like, holy shit. Or no, they eat the mom Titan first.
Eat Dinah. I don't know how the hell to say it.
Dinah, whatever her name is.
Such a crazy twist.
Aaron definitely deserves to win that one.
Yeah,
I agree.
100%. AK, your Bankai sucks. Just kidding. All right. True. Next round, I got Tengen Toppa, Gurren Lagann versus Luffy, Gear Change / Nightmare Luffy. I threw Nightmare Luffy in there for Eli, Jesus. AK, Eli's my roommate. AK because he likes Thriller Bark. That's one of his favorite arcs.
It is the best arc, for correction.
I love that. Is such a hot take, but I love it because you can't go wrong with One Piece.
I feel bad that I still haven't read it yet. I apologize.
Oh, it's okay.
We'll force you to read it sooner or later. You're not gonna have an option.
Yeah, I mean, best adventure story of all time. It's gonna end in like 5-6 years, so you gotta get going.
You gotta catch up. Get with the program, dog. All right. I'm confused on when is the Tengen Toppa Gurren, like, are you considering that when he does like the super mega giga drill shit in space?
Yeah. Yes.
that is mech anime is in a stereotype.
If you have not seen Gurren Lagann, that was probably the weirdest line you've ever heard in your life.
But very accurate. Very accurate.
I hit it on the nail. Like it that was very accurate description of what was going on there.
Galaxy busting giga drill press in space.
Yes.
Bro, well that one, I don't know. How good is Luffy's, you guys? What are you voting for?
One sounds sick. Noah's doing his gears, but I like the Thriller Bark one because it's more of, he has a bunch of shadows put inside of him that he gets the abilities of the people that the shadows are of, and then it's cool. He gets really
goes
big
beast mode
and
for
then
like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's sick. It's my favorite. It's my favorite fight.
That sounds really sweet.
It is pretty sick, but I'm going for Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, even though he's my dude. His gear changes, bro, are like, I think the gear changes are better personally, and like they're still like, they're cool, but they're kind of like underwhelming because I don't know how to really explain it. It's just the transformations aren't that like hyped up. It's more of something Luffy just does.
That's why I wanted to choose the Nightmare Luffy from Thriller Bark, because that is a one-time thing.
Yeah, and there's also like a lot of you don't really get any backstory to Luffy's like training to leading up to these or what happens. It just kind of happens. So that's why I do like them. I kind of like that because it's just Luffy being Luffy.
They do just kind of come out of nowhere, don't they?
I'm going for Tengen Toppa.
I'll go with that one too. I'll go with the mech one because just from the way you described it, it sounded pretty hype.
Dude, Isaac, they start throwing galaxies at each other. It's crazy.
It gets a little out there at the end. My vote goes for Thriller Bark Luffy. I'm just losing all the votes here.
Sorry,
but
Doug.
But the Gurren Lagann probably deserves to win that one as well.
we have a spicy next round. Ken Kaneki's Jason Scene transformation versus Gohan Super Saiyan 2.
Bro, this is such a tough one.
This is hard for me. It's
not hard for me.
You made it really hard for me and AK.
No, it's not hard for me at all. I don't give two shits about.
Oh yeah, you have no
about Dragon
no
Ball
attachment to Dragon Ball. These are this scene in Tokyo Ghoul for me and AK is like the Gohan scene for you. So we're like,
well, Noah's read up to this part by now, haven't you?
Yes, I have read
I'm
this.
talking about in like relevance because I know how much Leezer loves this scene, and I also know like this is the scene that got me like back into anime essentially. So it holds a special place for me.
That's totally fair because I'm really struggling with this one. This is the hardest one in the whole bracket for me. These are two of my favorite transformations of all time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Kaneki. The music from the intro just absolutely makes it a fucking banger.
I am going to go with Kaneki as well in the manga. Anime, okay. I'm going with Gohan's, but holy shit, the manga does this so well. There's literally a double page spread right before he transforms of Kaneki losing his fucking shit. And it's not done in the anime as well as it's done in the manga, but in the manga, I literally was like, oh my fucking god, this is unbelievable. So I'm going with Kaneki.
Well, that turned out to be a clean sweep vote against Gohan because you know I'm choosing Ken Kaneki.
I mean, Gohan would beat a lot of other people on this list if he was in a different spot.
Bro, Unravel is iconic.
Man, that Jason scene is so well done. I love it. So now we have that round. Now we go to like kind of a throwaway round with the next one. Boros versus Shinra's Adala Burst. Boros from One Punch Man, that is. You know, when he starts to get all cracked out.
When he breaks his armor, and then he's like, oh, thanks.
Now you're in trouble, except for he still gets one punched.
This one is like even for me because I don't care that much. I'm trying to...
I think I'd go... Honestly, I don't know what to think about Shinra's Adala Burst.
Yeah.
Shinra without his Adala Burst, without his Adala Burst is pretty average. He's pretty not that great.
Yeah, I agree. I would go with Boros here. The animation was very good for it too, with all the flashing lights. You almost need a seizure warning when you're watching that show.
I think I agree with Isaac. I think Boros should take it. I think Shinra's Adala Burst is very far-fetched and kind of doesn't make sense, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
I know, they're setting up this huge, like, plot point coming up here in the next season right now, and I just, like, I don't see them living up to the hype, because they haven't been able to develop it very well.
I think we got a 3-0 sweep on that one again. 2 in a row with 3-0 sweeps.
The animation in that scene was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole first season of One Punch Man animation was next level.
100, yeah, it was unreal. So, next round we got Yuno Elf transformation versus Edward Elric when he gets his arm back.
What happens when he gets his arm back?
I think it's just like...
He just gets his arm back.
It's when he loses his magic, but he gets his arm back and gets his brother back to life.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, bro.
So, isn't he still missing his leg, though?
I like it. It's not like the other
sacrifice of when he got his arm back definitely should be considered a power-up transformation because he lost the person closest to him and just went ballistic.
You know, that was sweet.
Who's he up against? Yuno?
Yeah, Yuno.
Yuno's elf transformation, though. Yuno's pretty OP.
Yeah.
He's pretty saucy because he gets that wind and sword magic.
Yeah. It looks
sick.
That's
right.
Yeah, plus he gets the half crown, dude. Honestly, I'm probably going to get some flack for this, but I like Yuno's elf transformation better.
I don't
know, as a power-up, like purely as the power-up. Obviously, the Full Metal Alchemist scene was one of the best scenes in all of anime.
But this is power-up / transformations because they go hand in hand.
Yep, I agree. And that's why I'm going with Full Metal.
I think that
and I like Yunos too.
I think that is considered a power up and a transformation, dude. He gets his actual arm back, and like his whole character changed in that moment.
True. Almost like a power down, though.
And that was the goal of their entire quest from the beginning of the show too. So
yeah, you're right. Well, I'm still sticking with Yuno. You guys can just outvote me.
All right. Next one we got Naruto Sage Mode and Itadori Yuji First Finger. This is from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen's the next big thing. Just throwing that out there.
It is.
Yeah, it is. It
Follow
really
it.
is. It's fire. This one's easy, absolute easy one for me. Because I think that this transformation by Naruto is the best in the whole series.
I was gonna say I don't even see it, but I think the first finger is not that. It's like it's cool when it happens, but it's not mind or game breaking or anything. It's not that cool.
I think he's gonna have a much better.
He'll have a much better one later, I think.
Oh yeah, 100% he will. But I don't know, it was pretty cool, and I want to include something new on here. But Naruto's Sage Mode transformation was so well done because he was training for so long to be able to do it, and there's so much backstory and history with him and Jiraiya, and then Jiraiya, oh, my second favorite character. Oh man, in Naruto, rip Jiraiya. But yeah, it's a dope transformation, AK. You would actually like that one because it's pretty deep.
It's one of his like most earned transformations in the show.
Yeah, just like you said, Isaac. He worked for it instead of relying on Kurama. He actually worked for the Sage Mode transformation. It was all him.
It's kind of like the Rasengan.
Yeah. So honestly, a great, fantastic transformation. Naruto takes it. Moving on. Demon Form Asta versus Saber's Excalibur. Saber's Excalibur is from Fate Zero.
Did Saber use her Excalibur in Fate Stay Night? Is Saber in Fate Stay Night?
Saber is in Fate Stay Night, but I think so.
Because Fate Stay Night did come out first, I think.
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Zero was a prequel, wasn't it?
Damn, I don't know. I guess I just watched Stay Night after Zero.
I
mean,
but that's
Zero,
probably the better way to do it.
Stay Night has a transformation with the main character named Shiro, which is the baby that Emiya found at the end. That's the main character of Stay Night, and his transformation is kind of wild, but it's super broken, and I hate it, so I didn't put it on. Like seriously,
salty over it.
Yeah, he goes toe to toe with Gilgamesh. And he's not a servant.
Yeah, well, shit, that probably shouldn't happen.
He goes toe to toe with Gilgamesh, and he's not a servant. And I'm like, this is just broken. But yeah, what are we thinking, boys? What are we thinking?
When does Asta change?
It's in the really bad animated fight.
Is that the first time he changes? Is when he faces Ladros?
I believe so.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wait.
Is it? I think the first time he really goes full devil mode and he starts flying around and shit is in that fight.
Does that take place before or after the Witch's Forest?
It is the Witch's Forest, like literally, like kind of in it, like it's the end of it.
Dude,
yeah, I don't exactly remember if that's the first time.
I'm pretty sure it is the first time he like takes flight with the ability and stuff.
We'll go with it. I guess.
But like,
I'm still giving my vote to it.
Yeah, me too. I think because even though like the fight was bad, that made the fight like it gave it a redeeming quality.
Oh, for sure.
So it wasn't that bad because the transformation was cool enough in itself.
I was afraid Noah was gonna simp Fate here, but it looks like he's giving it.
I'm not gonna simp Fate.
Giving it to Asta anyways. I like Asta's better too.
I do like Asta's better. I thought it was sick. If we're thinking, I think we're thinking of the same scene. Regardless of when it happens, like it's like a red background and then Asta like the demon. Yeah. Okay, Asta gets it.
Asta's wins for sure.
All right.
Witch's Forest comes after the Water Kingdom arc, correct? And he didn't get it in the Water Kingdom arc. Or in the Water Kingdom, what is it?
Oh yeah, when they're underwater. Yeah.
Yeah, Water Temple.
I was thinking you were
right.
talking
I
about
think
the
you're
Heart
right.
Kingdom. Yeah.
Next one. Noel's Valkyrie armor versus Obito Sharingan / when Obito snaps due to a certain death.
Yep.
I don't know who the death is, so don't spoil it.
Okay. It's pretty blatant. As soon as you'll figure it out pretty quick.
Unbelievably impactful
Is
scene.
it that guy? Is it the Naruto's like leader, master?
Nope.
No.
Doesn't he die though?
Different storyline, maybe.
I'm pretty sure I know that he dies.
He does.
That's probably spoiler territory. Oh well, I knew it, so probably everybody else knows it too.
Naruto's been out for so long. It's not really a spoiler.
So, and then against Valkyrie armor.
Dude, the only reason, like, I'm going with Obito here because I know what scene you're talking about, and it's a really good scene. Like, it's one of the few good scenes in Naruto. And but I do like the Valkyrie thing too, because like that's the point where like Noel stops sucking quite as much.
That is the point where she stops sucking ass.
That's my favorite transformation, one of my favorite episodes in the whole entire show.
Yeah, you know, because up until that point, she's kind of worthless for the most part.
And she just bodies her asshole siblings.
She gets some good backstory, wipes the table with them pretty much. Does some like really like important stuff.
My personal vote's going to Noel because I do not know what Obito's Sharingan is.
Let's just say he fucking kills a lot of people.
Yeah, he literally goes ballistic and wipes out like a whole militia by himself.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, what's
I'll explain Sharingan, AK. They only happen when like I think you lose someone you love or you kill someone you love.
I thought Sharingan is that thing in your eyes.
It is.
Yeah, and you develop it if you're an Uchiha clan member.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I should probably watch more of that. But
and Noelle's, when she does her Valkyrie armor, is that also the scene where what's her brother's name? The non-asshole one.
Silva.
Silva, yeah.
Yeah, when Silva.
Is it Silva?
I think that was no, it's
what's his name?
I said Silva, but now I can't stop thinking it's Silva Zoldyck.
That's their last name.
Yeah, that's their last name. Is it? It's not Solid Metal.
No.
I don't know. Anyways,
whatever.
That was the episode where her brother was like, "I was just trying to protect you. Like I see a lot of mom in you, right?" That was a fucking God. This is hard for me. Fuck.
The siblings are just dicks because they followed his lead. They didn't really know. But he knew.
Does Noel win that one then? Or did Noel vote for Obito?
I went with Obito.
I honestly think I like Noel's Valkyrie armor transformation more. Genuinely. I think I do. That's a tough one for me though. Alright.
I respect it.
I might regret that later, but that's my favorite transformation in the show, and Obito's is not. So that's what I'm basing that one on.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Next round, we got Carnage Kabuto, another one from One Punch Man, because that whole fight was fucking hilarious. Against
so awesome.
Against Giorno, Golden Wind Requiem Mundo, Golden Wind Requiem from Part 5 JoJo's.
Gosh, I wish both of these could win. This one's the toughest one for
Carnage
me so far.
Kabuto's is a lot like Boros transformation in terms of like how good the animation was, but it didn't carry a lot of weight. Well, at least the Boros one did.
Yeah. The Carnage one is just hilarious.
Yeah, I just love that whole episode.
Yeah, that's a good one.
In Giorno's, does he get the theme when he does it? Yeah, because if he does, then that wins.
I don't remember if they played that. I think they play it during it.
That scene is actually really cool though.
It didn't make when I watched it. It didn't make any sense to me what was happening.
But like
until like after it happened.
Dude, in the aftermath of that scene with Bruno Bucciarati, I'm going with Golden Wind.
I'm going with Golden Requiem too.
I'll go with it too. We can sweep that one.
It's actually a really cool transformation.
Yeah,
and the stuff that happens during it is very like, what the hell is going on? Alrighty, Golden Wind it is. Next one, we got Deku's One for All and Jotaro's Zorodo, the time-stopping Jotaro.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
So,
I consider.
Can we
Deku's
establish
one
this
for
Deku
all.
moment?
Yeah,
or are we just gonna
I
say...
consider this moment when in the exam when he jumps
punches
up
the
and
robot?
punches the robot. That's what I consider.
That was sick.
That's my roommate's favorite part of all of My Hero, is that single part.
That's respectable.
So we're talking that one. We're not talking like when he's
The
fighting
one-
Muscular.
Nah.
Ooh. Or the one where he has what's her name on his back?
Yeah, Airy.
Airy.
You can choose whatever one you want, I guess.
I think we should use that. Yeah, we can choose it. I mean, shit.
I like that one the best too if I'm thinking about it, AK. So
I can't.
Dude,
it's
Uh,
that one or the
I
muscular.
low-key want to vote for that one because I thought Jotaro's was just kind of dumb when it happened. I was like,
Yeah,
he
it
can
wasn't the
stop
most
time.
hype
Jotaro's
He can
thing.
stop time too.
Part 3 just wasn't that good. I'll say it. It wasn't that good. Jotaro's not that cool. I'm breaking people's hearts right now, but Jotaro really isn't that cool.
I think Jotaro's pretty cool, but I think part 3 is not. It's just long and drawn out.
It's
but
the worst part.
The fight was cool, but also like, holy plot armor.
Yeah. The best part of part 2 or part 3, I mean, was after the aftermath when they put the blood back into Joseph.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then
Bro,
he
He should've
pretends to
been
be
so
Dio.
dead.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, he was lying on the ground for 10 minutes, completely dead. Oh, let's just pump some Dio blood into him.
Dude, you know the mangaka was just like, we're gonna kill off Joseph. Wait, I could do something hilarious here that would totally fit his character. He's still alive. We're gonna prank Jotaro.
The mangaka has no... I think he just goes week to week, and he's like, whatever pops into my head is going on the page, and we're shipping it out. People will love it, and they do.
Yeah, dude, he's the creative motherfucker. Dude, this is gonna kill me because I think I'm gonna vote for fucking Deku's One for All. And you know how I feel about My Hero, and you know that I love JoJo's, but I think that honestly hit harder for me, to be honest.
I personally would also vote for Deku, and that's saying a lot because I rip on My Hero a lot.
But that was also kind of before I could hate on Deku as much as I do, and I thought that was a cool moment.
I mean,
you know?
that was
He
like
saved
what, like the
Uraraka.
3rd episode?
Yeah.
It's pretty early. What about you, Isaac?
All right.
I'm with that. I'm with My Hero on Deku's on this
Alright.
one.
Perfect.
Deku takes it just to get slapped in the next round, whatever.
An unexpected
one.
sweep.
We got Meliodas demon form. We can talk about which one, just any
Assault
our favorite.
form.
Yeah. Or Griffith transformation, Berserk, the Eclipse, one of the best arcs in all of manga and anime. The conclusion of the arc, the Golden Age arc, one of the most hype moments. I'm giving it to Griffith, not even close.
I don't even know what it is, and I still think I'm giving it to Griffith just because Meliodas's transformation is so overshadowed by Escanor in every way, shape, and form. So I just don't think is that cool. So
I don't know what to vote on this
Griffith.
one. I don't know
Isaac,
Griffith.
You would vote Griffith if you
Okay.
like read or watched
Had
Berserk.
context.
It's unbelievable.
Okay.
It's like,
Take your word for it.
dude, it is an emotional roller coaster because I don't want to spoil anything because Berserk is such a masterpiece. I don't want you guys to know anything about it, but the emotions and the shit that goes down in that scene is just jaw-dropping. It's amazing. Griffith it is. Yes, dude, I'm so happy Griffith advances. I love Berserk. All right, next round we got Gon going sicko mode, Gon snaps, Gon versus Pito, whatever you want to call it, against Envy's transformation, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I just thought I'd throw it in there. This is easy. This is an easy one. Gon.
Yeah,
Gon easy.
I don't think I even need to vote for that one. It's Gon doing his thing.
He's just
Becomes OP
Alrighty.
AF. Yep. Okay, let's go back all the way up to the top then.
We got Mob against Demon Slayer, Sibling Power Up, episode 19, if you will.
My choice is still Mob, I think.
Do you say Mob?
Yeah.
You're tripping, bro. You are tripping. I love that scene, but
bro,
no way.
When he, oh, dude, there's a few times when it happens that it just, what's the time? Isn't there a time that he breaks and then, is it Reagan that like?
Yeah, Reagan puts his he puts his hand on his shoulder and then takes his powers. And yeah.
That is the best scene.
Oh, dude, super heavy hitting, great scene, but I'm still going Demon Slayer all the way. I love Mob Psycho. It's one of my favorite shows.
When Mob explodes, he's so OP though. He is
the
One Punch Man of that world.
Because I feel like his transformations always like had like some sort of development involved with it, so I really like those.
They counted up every time. And
yeah,
he got ready
and
for
like
it.
each time he transformed, it was for like a different like reason.
That surprises me.
It was like a different sort of emotion every time.
Yeah, because they have to break him mentally for him to do that.
Yeah.
All right, I respect it. They're close for me, but Mob advances. I'm cool with it. I like them both a lot.
I didn't wanna yank the vote away from AK again.
So the next one we got Escanor versus Might Guys 8 Gates.
I'm still rolling with Escanor. I don't know what 8 Gates are though, so if you guys think it's cool,
I'm still with the 8 Gates on this one.
This one is close. And I like them both a lot, but I think at the time, I do think the 8 Gates hit harder.
I agree.
Because
he thought he was gonna die
cool. Escanor is cool all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
And this is Might's real time. Right, but this is like Might's real time to shine, and he does shine. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with 8 Gates, my guy. Close because Escanor is one of my. I like Escanor is one of my favorite characters. But
all right, I guess
I agree.
What do we have here? Aaron coordinate attack thing, controlling the Titans versus Tengen Toppa, Gurren Lagann. Oh, this one's pulling at my heartstrings a bit.
I feel like I'm gonna vote again here for the loser. But I'm voting Aaron's coordinate power.
Okay, honestly, are we going Aaron's coordinate power, or are we going like him just being able to change into a Titan at all either?
Okay, I was thinking about putting his.
I think I like that one better.
We could just do Aaron's transformations because
Aaron in general.
It's not really going to change my opinion because I like this one the best. I thought the other ones were kind of just like, oh, okay, Titan. Like, time of need, Titan,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true.
But I guess it could be your favorite Aaron transformation.
Yeah, just the visuals are sick as hell on it, too. And then you always got that chick, like, screaming her pipes out on the music, too, in the background, which is dope as fuck.
Yeah. The first 2 seasons. Or 3 seasons.
You guys are swaying my vote. I was going to go Tengen Toppa, but I don't think it's going to matter. I'm going to go Tengen Toppa just so it gets one.
Okay.
I'm going with Aaron.
Yeah. I mean, Tengen Toppa part is sick, but I'm not that big of a Gurren Lagann simp, so.
I simp it. I simp it, no cap. All right, next round. Kaneki versus Boros. This is easy.
Kaneki for me.
Kaneki it is, because I also would vote Kaneki.
Well, easy. Okay.
Next round, Edward Elric versus Naruto Sage Mode.
I'm going with Edward this time because I know what Edward is.
This one's tough.
This one is tough. I think I might honestly go Elric. Because while I say it that like Sage Mode is probably his best transformation, it kind of gets wiped away by his like following transformations, unfortunately.
That's fair. I just feel like that was the cool, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Edward Elric as well. Actually, it was done. I mean, I don't even know if it was done better, but that whole scene and it was just badass.
Oh boy, Eddie moves on.
Eddie moves on. What do we got next here? We have Asta against Noel. Oh, look at that!
Oh, no way. That's sick.
I know who I'm voting for. I'm voting for Noel on this one all day.
Yeah, I will too. I will too.
I'm voting for Asta, but I accept that
because
you think
the animation
Noel's
was better when Noel did.
True. When
Facts.
Asta did that whole fight, that animation was done by a preschooler.
Yeah.
Dude, and Noel, you got some sad backstory and
Yeah.
some
Yeah,
good shit,
like I
man.
said, she
I liked
finally
it.
didn't suck. So I really like that moment because like she was like kind of the last piece for the Black Bulls to be like a really good group of characters for me, and then they did it. So bravo.
She just showed her asshole siblings what's up. Boom, Noel. Next round. Golden Wind Requiem versus Deku's One for All.
This is another easy one for me. I'm going with Golden Requiem.
I also am going with Golden Requiem.
Okay.
Isaac, your vote doesn't matter.
Well, then I'll give it to Deku.
You are
right.
You are that guy.
I'll simp for my hero if nobody else is gonna do it.
Alrighty, and then we got Griffith versus Gon. This is fucked. This is hurting me. This hurts.
I'm rolling with Gon sicko mode. I'm just straight away.
Wait, who was the other one besides Gon? Sorry.
Griffith. You don't know what it is, so I feel.
Well, I have to go Gon because I loved Gon's transformation too. It made the whole show worth it. And like it was already good, obviously, but it was crazy seeing him do that.
Wait, you went with Gon?
Yeah, Gon already won.
Gotcha. That's fine with me. Alrighty. What are we on to?
I believe it is Mob against
Might Guy, right?
Might Guy.
Ooh.
I'm rolling with Mob again.
I'm also gonna roll with Mob.
Yeah, I think I am too. I think Guys is sick, but Mobs has good for different reasons.
Mobs is fire. What can you say?
Yeah.
Mobs always has an emotional attachment to it, which definitely elevates it overall.
Yeah,
because he was such like a dry character for the most part, but like those are when you actually got to see what he was thinking 90% of the time is when he's really getting pissed off. Or
that's a good dynamic it has. The show is just so good.
One of the best.
Alrighty, so spicy one: Eren versus Kaneki, AK Isaac. This one is gonna hurt you guys.
I'm twisted up.
Kaneki.
Dude, I'm going with Kaneki too, though. It wasn't that hard for me.
I would have also gone with Kaneki.
I have such an attachment to Tokyo Ghoul as a series, so I can't do my guy Kaneki like that and pick Eren. Although Attack on Titan is rising.
Yeah,
it rises every episode. It really does. Every episode.
It is fire.
I'm gonna love it until one episode just doesn't hit the same, but I hope that never comes. I really do.
Edward Elric versus Noel.
Honestly, I think Noel's is cooler.
Really? I do not think that. I think Ed getting his arm back is.
I think I'm gonna go with Edward Elric too. That scene was so sick. Cause like I had no idea how it was gonna go, honestly, and I hadn't watched the show in a long time, and I knew that it had a great ending, and
I felt like that scene just went too fast.
Dude, Buddy snapped, pulled the fucking crowbar out of his arm, started just fucking up Father. That was lit. That was so dope.
That was pretty dope.
Well,
Edward Elric takes it.
Eddie wins again.
Eddie's just fighting
cooking.
the odds.
Yeah.
He's cooking, man. I don't even know if I was going to throw this one in here. Good thing I did. Alrighty.
Against
Golden Wind Yeah, fuck.
Shit, dude. I like them both a lot. They're both... Requiem is like hype, like happy hype, and Gon is like, oh shit, this is happening.
I am gonna go with Gon.
I'm gonna go with Gon too, actually.
Bro, cause I had no clue what the hell was going on in that.
Yeah.
And then they explain it afterwards.
My jaw was on the floor.
You can't not go with Gon, but if Requiem was on the other side of the bracket, I feel like he could have made it farther.
Yeah. Yeah, that transformation, dude, of just going from a happy, like just throughout the whole series, him going from a happy kid, and then at the end he turns into a monster, throws everything away,
throws his life away just to demolish Pito. Yeah, that is something else.
Yeah, I can agree.
Alrighty. So we're in the semis. We are in the semis, boys.
Semifinals.
And we got Mob Psycho 100. Mob spazzing, doing his thing against Kaneki. Oh,
shit.
Dude,
I don't know. This one's fucked.
Shit, man.
This is the toughest matchup so far, I think.
Yeah, it is. I have such an emotional attachment to both. I think I'll break the ice, and I'm going with Kaneki.
As will I. I love Kaneki so much, dude.
You guys
like
are
I said,
some...
Bro, this is the most biased one. You honestly should have avoided putting this one on here. Because
but it's such a good one.
It's too good to not put on, man. Like, you gotta.
Yeah. It's that good.
I
love it.
I probably would have voted Kaneki as well, so, it is what it is. It's such a good
Unravel is such a good song, and the intro is the best part about the show, pretty much, at least the anime, and then they, like, actually incorporate it into a fight scene, and that's just, like, the peak of the actual anime, and then it goes all downhill from there.
Don't forget they incorporated it at the end of Season 2 when he's carrying Hide.
When it plays for, like, 7 minutes long.
Played the whole full-length song, and it's just the same. Like, I'm pretty sure the background just is, like, on a loop.
Yeah.
Like, he's just walking. Wow, is that so bad.
He's going for a little walk with his dead buddy.
And it's so much different than how the manga ends, too.
I'm so happy that I'm never going to watch the anime. I'm actually so glad I've never.
The first season is worth watching.
Like I said, the first season is the peak of the show. So, like, you could probably get through that without hating your life.
I read the manga, though, and, like, it's just not as good. I just know it's
Bro, the last volume of the manga of Tokyo Ghoul is something else.
Excited.
Okay. Ken Kaneki wins. We can move on to
Gon versus Eddie.
I am going with Gon.
I'm going with Gon too.
I don't think Eddie should have made it this far. I voted against him twice.
That's fair. Well, you got outvoted, AK.
I voted for Gon every single time thus far, I think. So I'll keep it rolling with him. I love that transformation so much.
Oh, this is actually a heater of a final, and I honestly I saw it going a couple ways in this.
These were definitely some big hitters here.
I thought Demon Slayer might make it. I definitely thought that Gon was gonna make it for sure. I thought, yeah, man, Gohan might have made it further. Well, I guess he went up against Kaneki first round, but if he was in a different, he might have made it further. But yeah. Kaneki versus Gon. Oh, I actually don't know. I'm gonna have to think. I'm actually gonna have to think for a bit on this one.
Gon's is so sick, cause like honestly, he probably should have died after he did it, and the way they explain it with like him just like forcing himself to age.
He gave up. He literally gave up his life.
Yep.
His entire life, just to kill Pito.
Yeah.
Over a guy that he only saw or only knew for a day or like 2 days in the anime. Dude, however, in the manga, he does have a more.
I was gonna say, is there? Okay, good.
Gon is just an unhinged bad guy at all times. I gotta stop swearing so much in this podcast. Sorry. But Gon is just, dude. He's unhinged, low key. Like. I don't know, man. Did he like in the manga? Apparently, he actually does. I've read the parts that he has a better connection to Kite, but
yeah, at the
you're
very
gonna give up your whole life, man.
I think that was honestly just a dumb decision on his part.
But
that's like fitting his. Yeah, I was gonna say that
fit
dumb
his character
decision
because he is
right
an idiot.
Because he also got like remember when he got like all of his legs and arms busted in that fight with the ninja dude, and he just kept going because he just wasn't gonna give up. I feel
Yeah.
like that's the same stupid sort of determination that he had in that fight.
I'm going. I think that scene held more weight personally.
Honestly, dude. Oh.
That's hard though.
God.
That's hard.
Okay, let's
because-
hear what you have to say. Would you like to?
I didn't want to vote because I didn't want to have to make the decision. Because this, like, in Tokyo Ghoul, that point is where Kaneki just gives up trying to be a good person.
Yeah, he goes from being an absolutely garbo character to like actually being cool and like.
Yeah, he goes right into your edgelord fetish, Isaac.
Yes,
directly
exactly.
enters
and that's why I'm voting
Isaac's
for it.
edgelord fetish.
I'm going Kaneki, so you can break the tie.
I hate you. Oh, dude, my goodness.
Both.
I don't think you can make a wrong choice here.
But I just, bro. God, they're both kind of like similar in the point that it was such a big build-up. It was basically the whole series up until this point was just building up because it was building up Gon turning into a savage and not being such an innocent little kid. And we did get some snippets of that throughout the show. And same thing with Kaneki. We knew he was gonna have to start,
he couldn't be a little bitch forever.
Breaking his morals at some point, and
I think I have to go with Kaneki.
That's fair, man. The stuff he endured up until that point. Like, the buddy got tortured so much his hair turned white.
Yeah, and then he just somehow got the ability to fight like a god.
Yeah.
Came out of nowhere.
Just murks this dude. That is insane.
Just unrivaled.
And then he eats him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh man.
He eats his Kagane organ things.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Then Juzo finds him laying on the ground after, or not Kaneki, but Jason.
Dude, Juzo's sick. I love Juzo.
I love Juzo too.
A little savage boy.
I hated him when I watched the anime at first, but after I read the manga, he grew on me.
Dude, the manga is hilarious. There's just like, oh my gosh. There's a bunch of ghouls like surrounding them, like in buildings and shit at one point, and they're just like, what are we gonna do? And wait, what's his name?
Juzo?
Suzuya?
Juzo
Suzuya? Okay, I was close. He literally just like steals the head guy's motorcycle, drives it into the building, and just massacres all of the ghouls by himself. Just kills them
That's how
all.
he's introduced, isn't it?
I mean, in the manga he was introduced earlier as just a little psycho boy. I love him. Yeah, man. Okay, Kaneki wins it. Not mad about that at all.
No,
honestly, it's a very good transformation, one of the best of all time. I feel like this last season of Attack on Titan, though, we might get some wild shit.
Hey,
I
hope
feel the same way.
I think Aaron's gonna do some crazy stuff, man.
I think it's gonna be epic. With a capital E. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
but they might screw it up with the episode count.
True. First two episodes are fantastic.
Nothing you can do about it, though. First two episodes. The second episode, personally, I think was about 7 times better than the first one.
I'd probably agree. I like the second episode more. Dude, you just know a show's good when you watch the episode and it feels like it lasted 2 minutes. And then you just are like, no, it's over already? Like, come on. Like, I was so invested. It was just, watching weekly hard.
You get so immersed in the show and then it just yanks you out and you're like, come on.
You're like, what? Yeah. It's over? What do I do with my life now?
For real.
Well,
there we go, boys. Good stuff.
Yeah,
transformations and power-ups. Ken Kaneki takes it. Sorry, my normies, we didn't see much of Goku or Gohan.
Gohan, dude. I feel like Gohan got kind of kicked out really early, unfortunately. Obviously, he did.
That was by far my favorite transformation, dude. I don't know. I don't know.
It was a cool transformation. Goku had like complete confidence in him to do it, and everybody's like, "What do you mean, dude? Like, what's he gonna do?" Because he just gets his ass beat for how long?
Dude, slept on scene when Goku gets mopped by Cell, and then Gohan's like, "Why weren't you trying your hardest, Dad?" And Goku's like, "Were you comparing your own movements to mine?" Well, yeah. And he goes, "Yeah, exactly. Go fight him. You're better than me right now." Dude, that was a pretty hype moment. No cap.
Wow.
Yeah, it
Don't-
was cool. Probably
it
the
was cool.
one of, if not the coolest, like part in the entire series, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Cell arc is my favorite arc. I'm probably in the minority on that in the DBZ community, but it was. I like that more than the Frieza arc.
Mm.
I don't like any of the arcs.
Yeah, AK. Well, you started watching anime late, but now you're the biggest anime fiend out of us. So you know,
Yes.
it worked out. It worked out.
It happens. Now I just watch good shows instead of Dragon Ball.
You elitist.
I'm a bit of an elitist.
Honestly, bro, I'm starting to go into that elitist phase where like
Yeah.
I don't want to watch like new things. I'm just like, what if it sucks?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
Dude,
have
exactly.
that problem. I watch
But honestly,
anything.
there has been like
think
zero
will be
shows that I
interesting.
haven't like gotten any attachment out of.
What?
Welcome to
Like,
the NHK. Hated
like,
it. Got zero attachment.
I've been very lucky. Like, I have been definitely an elitist myself in terms of like picking through what I'm gonna watch. Because I always get your recommendations from you guys before I ever take it up.
There's
That
always
is true.
only been one anime I haven't finished all the way through that I started, or that like I started and intended on like watching, and that's Cowboy Bebop.
Ooh.
I
Yikes.
couldn't.
I've dropped so many shows. I can't.
I don't drop shows. I don't know. I'll just power through it.
Dude, I'm way too ADD to sit through something that I kind of don't like. I just can't. I'm like, I would just rather watch something else.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I suppose, yeah, we can call it an episode there. Episode 22 in the
Episode
books.
22 it is. There we go. Thanks for joining us, Isaac.
We forgot to mention the Discord again in the beginning, but I'll mention it in the end. Shout out to Connor S., who joined the Discord.
Connor S., our boy. Thanks for joining the Discord. Let's go, baby.
I'll throw that link in the description of the episode.
Oh, yeah, another announcement. I think we're going to have some One Piece shit coming at you next week.
Yes, that should be... we haven't split it up into sections yet, but...
We will do that, and Isaac, you could actually come on the first couple sections, because you have seen...
Up to Skype,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. So you can be on every episode up until...
I'll probably binge read some manga because now I'm done with school, so I actually have a lot of time, and I'm going on vacation here coming up.
You really should, because there's some good stuff coming your way. What's the island before Skypiea where he fights Bellamy and gets the whole backstory of Nolan? He meets Blackbeard.
Yeah, I don't remember what the name of the island is. Java something. It starts with a J, I'm pretty sure. Jaya.
That sounds right.
Loki, I like that arc because I actually like Bellamy as a villain a lot.
Bellamy, like the spring guy?
Yes.
Why?
Because, bro, his ideals are like, or not even his, like, the way he thinks is like the opposite of Luffy. Like, dreams suck. Like the Sky Island. Okay, we'll get into this.
He was, yeah. We'll cut
One
off
Piece content.
before we get.
If you guys like One Piece, you gotta tune in.
All right. See you guys next episode.
Later, boys. Thanks for tuning in.